Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to create a project for Spellbinders, and we're using two of the items in the brand new collection by Yana. It's called Yana's Blooming Birthday Collection. Such a fun collection. I encourage you guys to check it out. In fact, I'll leave the entire collection below. These are just two of the products, but there's much more to it. The floral here is called Glimmering, Peony. And then the sentiment set here is called Yana's Special Sentiments. I love it because there's coordinating dies for the larger scripty font, and then you have some block fonts. The scripty fonts have sentiments that say thank you on your special day, you are a wonderful friend, happy anniversary, and make a wish. And then there's secondary sentiments that you can block off. So that's super nice Glimmer sentiment set to have in your stash. I've had my Glimmer machine heating off to the side. I'm going to bring it in. It's not quite ready yet, but that's okay. While that's still warming up, I'm going to go ahead and bring out some polished brass foil. The polished brass foil is probably one of my favorite goldish tones. I really like this, and I think it's going to go really pretty with the colors I'm going to use for my peonies. I'm going to add it to my trimmer here. Put the plastic on top, and then I'll grab my little trimmer blades. If you guys haven't seen one of these, I'll list it down below. These are nice little sets to have for trimming your foil, but not just foil. If you wanted to trim paper sentiment strips, this is a great little gadget to have. I'm going to go ahead and take my little craft knife here and add it to the foil, straightening that edge. And I think here is about the right size to cover my peony. We're going to go ahead and take this, put it face down over our Glimmer plate, making sure it's fully covered. And then I'm going to take some watercolor cardstock. The watercolor cardstock that I'm using is from Fun Stamper's Journey. Now, I'm not sure if Spellbinder still has these available. They're the color splash sheets. If they are, I'll list them below. But they're a nice white color, and so that's why I chose it. Okay, Glimmer machine's ready to have that timer pressed. When it stops flashing, that tells me that it's ready to run through the die cutting machine. In the meantime, I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch strip for my sentiment, and then I'm going to take a 1.5 inch strip for my scripty sentiment here. So those Glimmer pieces are ready to go. I love when there's coordinating dies with the sentiments because you can pop them up, and usually with Glimmer plates, it's hard to add definition. So if you can add it with a sentiment, a foiled sentiment at that, I think it's fabulous. Okay, I ran this through my die cutting machine. It was ready to go, and you're going to love this peony. It is just stunning. So pretty. This would make a lovely Mother's Day card. This is beautiful on its own. Even to make a nice little note card set would be very nice. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to go ahead and remove our Glimmering Peony, and then we're going to add our thank you sentiments. We'll add both of them here. I'm going to use the secondary one also. We're going to go ahead and add our Glimmer foil. You always put your plates face up, the foil face down, and then I'm going to add some white cardstock. And for my machine, I have a set paper shim. I have a printer paper folded in half, and then I have a thinner cardstock folded in half. And to me, that runs through my die cut and foils beautifully. You can see here. So there is my sentiment. Thank you for always being there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my Glimmer plates on the cooling mat, and then turn my machine off and set this aside. And we are going to go ahead and watercolor over foil. Now, I just learned that you can do this, and this is fabulous. I know you can watercolor with heat emboss, but watercoloring with foil is so pretty because that foil is so vivid, and I love doing this. And you can foil with any colors. There's a rainbow of colors of foils. So that's what makes this nice too. I'm going to zoom in. I did leave the the coloring in, I'm going to be using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to color in my peony here, and then I'm also going to bring in my water brush. But as I color, I will play a little bit of music for you. I did list the colors on the top corner for you guys in case you wanted to know. These are the watercolor cardstock sheets that I have and that I use for this card. But when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Okay, coloring is all done. I did go ahead and fussy cut out my watercolored peonies, and I think they look so pretty. And the camera just doesn't do it justice. In real life, it is just stunning. Okay, to finish my card project, I'm going to bring in a die. This die is from Fun Stamper's Journey. It's called the Tagged Pocket. I like this because well, I just like pockets and frames for my cards. I'm going to take it and die cut it out with some peachy orange color cardstock, and then I'm also going to die cut out a panel with white cardstock. To create the pocket, it's easy. You just fold in the flaps and then reinforce the score lines. There is some score lines here. There are two little flaps that you want to add adhesive to make your pocket. I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue. If you wanted to use double-sided tape, you could do that too, but I think glue is going to work just fine. I'm going to go ahead and fold it over and close my pocket. And I love the little scalloped edge on the top. If you wanted to punch a hole in the middle and create a tag out of this, you could very well do that too. Kind of like a library card pocket. Okay, you can see it fits on a card front beautifully. Now, I am going to be using that card front for my card base, but before we adhere it, I'm going to take this piece that we cut out, and I am going to create a panel. I'm going to trim off about 1/4 inch from the left and right of it, and then also 1/4 inch off the bottom. I wanted some white on the inside of my tag, and I think this is a great way to do it. Now, if you wanted to leave it like this and insert there, put a little message, I think that would be fabulous. But this is just for decorative purposes. And I think what I'm going to do is emboss this little panel. I'm going to give it a little texture. I'm just going to trim about 1/8 of an inch off so it fits a little bit better in there. And then I'm going to bring in a embossing folder called Love Stripes. You can see it slides in nice. Okay, the Love Stripes has diagonal stripes. I'm going to take that white tag piece and emboss that. And I suppose you could still write on it, but again, like I said, it's just for decorative purposes. I'm going to insert it in my pocket, and then after I have it positioned, I did lightly tack it with some adhesive. I'm going to go ahead, flip this over, and add some foam tape behind here. And then we're going to add this to our card base. We're going to add it a little bit lower because just because I want the peonies to be in the upper portion. I think it's just a little more balanced that way. Just making sure it's straight on the left and the right sides here. I'll lower it just a bit. Okay, after we have this done, I'm going to go ahead and flip over my beautiful watercolor peony here, and then we're going to add foam adhesive. I'm just going to add foam adhesive to the left side of it and to the bottom where it hits the bottom of the tag. And then I went ahead and popped up my sentiment that says thank you and for being there for me. I thought that was so nice. I think I said it wrong before. I'm going to take some white twine, double it up, tie a bow with it, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue that to the white portion of this little pocket. After our bow is adhered, for finishing touches, I'm going to just bring in some clear gems. These are kind of iridescent, so it'll pick up the colors of those pretty glimmering peonies. But that is my project for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you experiment in watercolor with your foils. It is so fun, and the outcome is just stunning. Everything that I used today will be listed below if you guys are interested, including Yana's entire Yana's Blooming birthday collection. I'll list it all down below because she has some fun items in there that are birthday related. And I don't know about you guys, but I could use some more birthday cards, and Glimmering makes it really easy. But thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see still shots, I encourage you to visit my blog, and my little buddy thinks this is pretty too. Thanks for joining me again, guys. Have a great day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.